Welcome to the History Hunter and our small adventures with the World War II time frame. Me and my daughter following an old Reichsbahn railroad track which has been discontinued, and we're heading out to a SS location in a field, and we just saw this. Look at that. That is wild. That's erosion. It's definitely insane to see. All of this just gave off, and the railroad used to ride on top of this area, but it probably rained so much that it just couldn't hold back, and it just fell down the hillside here. Look at that. Massive. I know it rained enormously for a few weeks ago, so that's probably when that happened. No one will repair this because they're not going to use it for anything. But it's a huge hole in the ground. Oh, holy Madonna. We just did an insane discovery. We're walking down here. This is the railroad stretch, the old railroad tracks. I had to take a little leak inside the forest. Here you can see our bags. We sat them down here. We wanted to drink something. I was sitting here, leaning back. And my daughter just say, "Oh, no one will believe us." But I say, "Okay, who gives a shit? We have to show you this. This is insane. You know, this is like a gravel pit or whatever." And just right there on the surface, that thing there. I'm not kidding. It was shit. Mosquito, look at that. Look at that thing. That's metal. Can you turn it around? Just turn around and we can let people see. Look at that. I don't believe this. I really don't believe this. Let me zoom you in there. Look at that. 1914, 1918. That is a freaking World War I metal thing. And how can that be just there? It was just like, kind of like that. I was sitting back, mosquitoes. And I was just screaming. My daughter said, "What is wrong with you?" I said, "Look at that thing there." And that's before we even started doing something here. I don't believe this. This is so insane. I don't believe either. There's so many. If you can hear the mosquitoes, like, why are you spraying? My daughter's spraying mosquito spray all over me here. I don't know what to say. I've never seen this before. I've never done this like that. That is a surface find. I have to turn off here. Just give me a second. Oh, I got the mosquito net on. Me and my daughter, we were discussing how the heck could that thing be here. And I've never seen anything like that in my whole life. So that is probably one of the most spectacular findings we ever did, I have to say. Holy Madonna to that. How can you explain anything like that? Ow! They're biting me everywhere. Look at that. That is absolutely insane. Me and my daughter were trying to discuss how the heck is that thing there. And we found out that it looks like it's a French thing. I saw something French written there, whatever. Yeah, I think it's a French First World War, I'm not sure, medallion or whatever, or medal. Absolutely insane. Is that a good find or what, huh? Mm-hmm. All we can think of is that someone scraped up this material. Whoa, there's a high signal. Someone scraped that material up on that pile, and it actually just ended being on top. But it's not corroded, so could that be because it's in brass? I don't know. So we got more. What is there? No, it's that thing there. There. What is that? Oh, that's probably a railroad thing. But it seems like someone scraped up something and then it probably ended on the top there. Insane. So this is the location for today. We're off the Alte Reichsbahn tracé or track, and now first foxhole is right there. Just want you to see the huge tree That was here when the war was raging. Wow, amazing. So we're gonna go down in here. Lots of trenches over there, and on the other side over there. To be honest, there's a rumor that the SS was here. I have to say I really don't know, and we'll probably find more traces as we go along and find out who was here first. Yeah, my daughter just found the first trace of the action here. It's an artillery shell. There is the band. It's not a dangerous one because it's a panzer penetrating. Look at that. It's just laying there. The fuse is on the top, still there. So this is something that we have to report. Fuse is on the top there. So that's not a good surprise, but at least we know now. I think it is Soviet type. I'm not sure. I think it is. Huge shrapnel. Of course, we will find a lot of shrapnel here today. Look at that thickness. That will be everywhere here. Something here. Aluminium. Actually, it looks like a thermos, but it could be an oil can. Let's see. It's a thermos. I'm not sure whether that was here at that time. Thermos, oil can. Oh, the mosquitoes are biting. I can feel them everywhere. Alright. Oh, it's easy to see. My daughter's up there. This used to be a mortar position right here. Typical design of a mortar position covering the fields. Another shrapnel piece. Look at that. As big as my hand, you know, in the length. I can't help about how it would be to sit here guarding the perimeter and waiting for that massive enemy of the Red Army coming through. Oh, so many mosquitoes here. Around 40. Doesn't seem like it could be too deep either. So let's see if we can do a live dig here. Oh, it's just up here. Ow. So many mosquitoes and stuff around here. Let's see. Yeah, it's down here. Really sorry if I'm nagging you about the mosquitoes, but they are pain in the butt right here now. Find the digging tool. Yeah, there's definitely something down there. It's not easy to do a live dig like that. Oh crap! Soviet hand grenade, isn't it? I think it is. Holy! Have to be very careful with that. Look at that. Soviet hand grenade. Wow. Look at that. Huge. See the shape of that? Oh, it's so heavy. Wow, it's a artillery shell, I would guess. But from whom? Could be the Soviets and it could be the Germans. My guess is from the Soviets. Look at that. So my friends, we actually found out who was here. The Soviets were definitely here. There's another hand grenade. That's the Soviet type. Still in the ground here, just next to the other one. There you can see the contours. So I'm not sure whether the mechanism is still there. So it's gonna leave that. We're gonna note the location for this area, and the bomb squad will come in and clean up. We're doing metal detecting like this in a very high grass situation. I'm just using the detector as a very narrow cone, very strong footprint straight down, and that's why I'm using the small one here, because it's very easy to just drag it around and keep it very low in the terrain, because it's actually very difficult to do that when the grass is high. So you can push this back and forth and it doesn't stick to the ground as much as a bigger one. So that's my tip, to go into the high grass areas. Right there. See if I I can show it to you. A mortar back end, and from the writing on the back, 44. I do believe it's a Soviet type. Really big one. Probably was very big. This is directly on the front line itself. Up there, that was the enemy line. Down here, this is trenches everywhere along this trench line. There's a field. Down there, a huge mortar. This is going to be reported, but it's right there. I think it's the Soviet type. Massive one. Can you hear the birds? It's quite special to wander around in the forest like this, knowing that huge battles were fought between two types of forces, the German and the Soviets. Makes me very humble to go on these locations and look for history. And I'm very, very glad that I could share some of the history with all of you watching there behind the scene or camera or screen. I have to say a huge thank you to all of you doing that, because that drives me and motivates me to do even more, and especially for all of you supporting me, like patrons and PayPal supporters. I'm so glad you do. Thank you very, very much for that. And if you look at some of the ads and look at some of my videos extra here and there, that will add up to something that could help me to do even more of my work. So thanks a lot for all the kind support. It's actually a Panzerfaust tube, and it's just standing there. That means for sure, I'm pretty sure that's that's very heavy. That's a Panzerfaust. Wow, look at that. We found some small ones and some same at another spot, but it's just standing there. So I'm not 100% sure whether this is the German Panzerfaust, but it really looks like it. It's very heavy, but it's just standing there next to a tree. Got a couple of things here. Huge nut. I'm not sure. Maybe from a Panzer. It came off a Panzer. Huge one. My daughter found this. This is from Soviet machine cannon. A link. That's pretty nice actually. So the Soviets were definitely here in this area. Yeah, my daughter found this Soviet hand grenade. Was not going to touch it at all. So dangerous items all over the place here. We found a couple of running trenches here, one there and one leading down to the lower plateau. So they probably used this to go back and forth up and down the strategic positions further down there. Oh, easy to see. Right there is a Tokarev, the Soviet cartridge from the PPSH. It's a German Wehrmacht button right there. First I dug it very, very carefully. I was afraid it could be complete, but I see it's cut off there, so I can easily take it up. Look at that. There is a flattened. See if I can get some of off. It's not dangerous, so I can show it to you like this. That looks like a massive Soviet type of mortar thing. In the back there would probably be a round circle that could give off some information. I can't see it right here. Look at that. That is big, very big. So that landed here. I'm guessing it was meant to be up there on the top because there was a railroad and a SS position there. Alright,